The USS Ford wasn't the only carrier deployed to calm the Israel Hamas crisis. USS Eisenhower, a Nimitz-class carrier, was also deployed to the region days after the USS Ford. The Ford was later retired from the region, as it was living on extended time in a deployment that had gone beyond its planned timeline. USS Eisenhower, with its armada of destroyers and a submarine stay, they were joined by ships of Operation Prosperity Guardian, an operation set up to restore order to the Red Sea after this a militant group based in Yemen declared it was hunting season for any ship on the Red Sea linked to Israel. For the US, UK, and other allies, this was unacceptable. For one, the many ships the Houthis attacked were not linked only to Israel, but also had ties with 55 different nations around the world. As a result, the Houthi attacks quickly grew into an international disaster that needed solving. On arriving at the Theater of Dreams, ships of Operation Prosperity Guardian and of the USS Eisenhower strike group began intercepting high missiles fired to disrupt the Red Sea traffic. In only a few months, Operation Prosperity Guardian had shot down at least 90 HTHY explosives, the majority of which were drones. These drones cost a few thousand or $100,000 at most. The American missiles that shoot them down can go as high as $2.1 million apiece. A massive 2,000% gap. For context, intercepting just 50 Houthi drones with such a missile would cost the U.S. Navy $100 million. The U.S. therefore suffers great disproportion on the Red Sea, as the Houthis can use cheap drones to deplete hundreds of millions of dollars in U.S. Navy stocks of Surfactua missiles. Missiles originally designed to shoot down million-dollar fighter jets. While no amount is too much to save lives, on a long enough time frame, no economy can survive such disproportionate defense to attack costs, not even in the United States. In addition to this, Surfactua defense missiles have proved ineffective against a swarm of targets, and killer drones do come in swarms. Each American warship can only hold so many interceptor missiles before they run out, so they can only take out a number of drones before they are unable to take out any more unless they are swiftly resupplied with interceptor missiles. And in a land far away from American or Allied shores, resupplying these ships with missiles could be next to impossible. Not to talk of swiftly. The U.S. needs something new, something better, something that can protect American ships without attempting to underscore the economy. And it needs it quickly. This is where a new army of laser weapons come into play. Without air defense weapons, war is simply two parties destroying each other as much as they can until one gets too destroyed to return the attack. That's quite two-dimensional. A nation must attempt to win wars not only by destroying the opposition fleet but also by protecting its own. How would a victory feel like victory if everything is lost in the war? This is why air defense systems are all too crucial. Today, missiles are the main air defense systems of the world's most powerful nations, including the US. But with the limitations of missile-based air defense systems out in the open for the world to see, the U.S. Navy has turned to a weapon straight out of science fiction. Laser weapons. Laser weapons strike targets at the speed of light, 180,000 mph, so they can strike an entire swarm of killer drones in a single second, before they even know what hit them. The costs of this fire are also significantly low. As low as a few dollars in electricity bills only. That's a world more cost-effective than the interceptor missiles in use today. And as long as there's power, a laser weapon keeps firing. This means the weapon comes with an unlimited magazine and without the need for a reload. These benefits of laser weapons are truly remarkable. They would amplify the U.S. Navy's might on the seas. Even the most powerful ships would get even more powerful, and threats like the Houthis would get less threatening. The Navy has no such weapon in service yet, but has committed huge resources to build an entire army of laser weapons, each one more powerful than the last, until the service reaches the final goal of a fully functional, powerful drone disintegrating laser weapon in 2014. The first of these weapons was finished and ready for sea trials. It was The 33 kW CQ-3 laser weapon system, also known as LAWS. LAWS was tested twice from the forward deck of the amphibious transport ship USS Punz. The results were encouraging. And research furthered on this resulted in a second, stronger laser weapon known as the high-energy laser with integrated optical dazzler and surveillance system, or Helios for short. Helios is a $15 million 60 kilowatts laser weapon, scalable to 150 kilowatts, developed by Lockheed Martin. It was the first permanent laser weapon on a destroyer and can integrate with the ship's advanced Aegis radar and weapons control system. Then there was the 300 kilowatts high-energy laser counter ASCM program, or HELC-CAP. And finally, in 2022, the Navy awarded a contract to Northrop Grumman to develop a 1-megawatt laser capable of downing everything from killer drones to cruise missiles, and maybe, just maybe, even hypersonic missiles. As the war on the Red Sea continues and the Israel-Hamas war rages, on-air defense has once again become the topic of discussion. It could mean the difference between a floating aircraft carrier and one sitting at the bottom of the ocean. To protect their prized ships, the U.S. Navy has set its eyes on laser weapons as the air defense system of the future to bring this weapon to life however the Navy needs you to subscribe to this channel and give this video a like, so do that now, and thanks for watching.